Hello, good morning, how you doing today? My name is John. In this video, we're going from sitting there to 30,000 feet in the air, sipping on champagne, knocking back caviar in a lie flat seat, on the way to the destination of our dreams for the monthly low price of $3.99. Ooh! And if that tickles your pickle, well, sit back, relax, and I'm gonna show you exactly how. If you do want to tickle my pickle, that's all it's gonna take. Now, specifically what I'm mentioning is my first class ticket aboard Cathay Pacific, a $20,000 retail ticket in 2018 where I paid $57. I'm gonna show you the A to Z of exactly how I can do that, and hopefully you can replicate this on your journeys. Before we get there, this is a What Card Wednesday segment, so I'm gonna cover for you the credit card that I recommend you use for this exact booking, the Bank of America Alaska Airlines card. This card comes with a 40,000 sign-up bonus with spending $2,000 in the first 3 months. You get some travel perks, not a ton, but you do get checked bag, you do get companion pass, and you do earn 3 miles per dollar spent on Alaska Airlines, 1 mile per dollar spent all other places, and it all comes neatly bundled with a $70 annual fee. Cool? Whoa! You want me to get Alaska Airlines miles, but yet we're flying Cathay Pacific Airlines? Huh? Yes, that is a great question. So here's how it works. Alaska Airlines and Cathay Pacific are partners. All that means is they allow their customers to book flights on each other's aircraft. So you're probably then wondering, why wouldn't we just get Cathay Pacific miles and fly Cathay Pacific aircraft? Here's the thing, and this is what's beautiful about the whole award travel game, is that there are these really nice sweet spots out there. Cathay Pacific has an award chart that basically tells you if you want to fly from Boston to Hong Kong in first class, you would have to use 125,000 Cathay Pacific miles. But if you were to do that exact flight using Alaska Airlines miles, it would only cost you 70,000 miles. And remember, because they're partners, you can use those miles to book a flight aboard Cathay Pacific. If you're bought in, let's go to the second step. What are the requirements? Well, there's really only 3. 1, you need to be flexible. The more flexible with it, the better chances you have. If you can give a range of dates, a week of dates, whatever it may be, that gives you better availability to find award charts. Because here's the thing, everybody wants to sit in the front of the plane. He wants to sit, she wants to sit, everybody wants to sit. Second, patience. You're gonna have to be patient with it. It's not a one and done, unlike some other things in life. Third, persistence. You have to keep going at it. If at first you don't succeed, what do we say? Try again. When it comes to persistence, you're just gonna have to go day after day if the particular date you're looking for or the particular cabin is not available. I know, it's not easy, but here's the thing. I never said it was easy. This is how you do it. This is how you get outsized value for your miles. Cool? All right, let's rock. When it comes to determining how many points you'll need, well, you're gonna have to determine how bougie are you? Are you bougie or are you bougie? Business or first? Honestly, they're both amazing. Lie flat seat, amazing bed, lounge access, the works. Really is, how far in the front of the plane do you want to get? Business is gonna cost you $50,000, first class is gonna cost you $70,000. That should probably be a bigger determinant for most of us. You're probably wondering, wait a minute, I just opened a card for 40,000 miles. Where am I gonna get 50 or 70,000? So you can get 50 or 70 by opening another card. If you have a business, for example, you can open the Bank of America Alaska Airlines business card for 40,000 more miles. Or if you have some Marriott points, you can actually transfer Marriott points to Alaska Airlines at a rate of 3-to-1, meaning 3 Marriott points gets you 1 Alaska Airlines miles. So if you have 30,000 Marriott points lying around, you can transfer them directly and get 10,000 Alaska Airlines miles. I personally think that that actually isn't a bad way if you have a ton of Marriott points to burn, but otherwise open a second card or you're just gonna have to put a little bit of spend into it, which again, I don't think is unreasonable when it comes to the face value of some of these tickets. Business class tickets can cost anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000, and first class easily goes over the $12,000, $13,000, $15,000 range. So with your level of bouginess decided, with the points in the bank, let's get to the good stuff. How exactly are we gonna go from A to Z? How exactly are we going to book? You're likely thinking the first thing you should do is go to alaskaairlines.com and book. Well, unfortunately, you can't do that. It's weird, I know. Alaska Airlines actually can't book Cathay Pacific flights. In fact, none of their flights show up on Alaska Airlines. Now you're probably wondering, should I just go to Cathay Pacific and then find the award availability and then call Alaska to book? Well, you're actually half right. You do have to call Alaska Airlines to make the booking, but unfortunately, Cathay Pacific award availability is not reflective of what Alaska can see. Trust me, it was really confusing when I first learned this, and here's why. Cathay Pacific, Alaska Airlines, they're in what's known as the One World Alliance. When Cathay Pacific releases award tickets, meaning tickets that can be booked with points, there's a certain allotment that goes just to Cathay Pacific customers, and then there's an allotment that goes to their partners. And that allotment is very different. So when you look on cathaypacific.com, you're actually seeing the awards that are allotted for Cathay customers. So in order to see the awards that are allotted to partners, you need to use a partner website. And this is where it gets confusing. I recommend you take a look at Japan Airlines, British Airways, Qantas, or American Airlines. And what I mean by that, by taking a look on their website, you can see the award availability for a Cathay Pacific flight. So I know that's a little bit confusing, but all that basically means is you're gonna go onto japanairlines.com and you're gonna search for a ticket, say going from Boston to Hong Kong in business or in first, and then it'll show you whether or not there is any available flights there. And it will also show you whether or not there's a Cathay Pacific flight available. And if there is, then you would call Alaska Airlines to make the booking. Now, I gave you Japan Airlines, British Airways, Qantas, and American Airlines because sometimes they don't all see the same thing, and so it's good to look across all 4 of those programs to see for the Cathay Pacific availability. Personally, I love Japan Airlines. They actually allow you to see 360 days in advance, compared to American Airlines that only allows you to see 331 days in advance. British and Qantas are somewhere in between, but I recommend using all 4 of them to try to double check all your different availabilities. Once you find it, write down the number of the flight, write down the date of the flight, give Alaska a call, bada bing, bada boom, bada bam. You are on your way to 30,000 feet in the air, sipping on champagne, knocking back caviar, and a lie flat seat to the destination of your dreams. Appreciate you tuning in. My name is John. It's been a great video. Hope it was insightful. If you have any questions, drop a comment in the section below. Until next time, peace.